So I just spent $7,500 on a mentorship for my AI agency, all the skills associated. In today's video, I just wanted to, again, just document that journey, document what I'm feeling, why I did it, what I'm hoping to gain out of it, some of my limiting beliefs that was almost going to stop me, my decision that brought me to this, and everything with that. So I posted this on my Instagram a couple days ago, but if you guys don't know me, if you guys aren't following me, I've been trying to build an AI agency for, like 9 months now, almost. Started with Carson Reed and Wyatt Roderick's course. They were gurus. I didn't get as much value as I was promised out of there, but I never gave up. I met my business partner. We are grinding it out, working a 9 to 5 to fund the job until I can make enough money to quit. And this brings us to this. So how did I do this, and why the person I chose? So why I did this, as of right now, me and my partner, a lot of the value that we've learned, we gain from this person actually. But we have spent like $2,500 on ads so far. That's US. We have had probably low quality calls, not low quality because that's a broad term, but calls in total, we probably had like 30 to 40. High quality calls, we've had probably like 7 or 8. We have not closed anyone. We closed a partnership deal here around last week. So we're running ads for them. And that's really it. Like, we didn't get anything up front. But we've been having a lot of trouble closing these people. Now, there's a big part of it that's the pre-sale, right? So the process that comes from the ad all the way until they show up, that is huge. I don't know if people overlook it in the space because I'm still relatively new to this space, but that's a big aspect that nobody told us about, right? That nobody told us was that important. And so we've been really struggling there. Now, this and this mentorship that, me and my partner, that I paid for, the main thing we were hoping to get from this was clarity. Now, clarity of basically what to do. The saying, the blind leading the blind. You don't know what you don't know. That's your weakest point, in life. That's your weakest point in your mind. And we don't know what we don't know, right? Like, we don't know what we're missing. We don't know. We've been practicing sales, and, that's obviously an area, but we don't have the guidance either, right? Like, we're practicing sales calls, but who knows? We could be practicing something wrong the whole entire time, getting better and better and better at it, when at the end of the day, it isn't the right thing to do. And so this mentorship that I did, that we paid for 3.5 months, he's confident that we can get, at least a client in those 3 months. And I'm confident, truly I am. Now, I have a lot of negative connotations with that because my whole entire career since I was 16, I've fallen victim to course sellers, right? Wyatt and Carson, they're course sellers. They don't actually do an AI agency, right? And it's really too bad. And then furthermore, when I was 16, now I did buy another course. It was for $4.2K. Now that guy was pretty good. If I would have stuck with it, I would have had a lot of success in it, but I was undisciplined. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know the principles of success that I do now. But as I'm progressing, as I'm learning these things, right? Not just learning, but applying. As I think the Dalai Lama says, there's 3 stages to have something, right? It's to learn it, it's to apply it, then it's to make it instinctual. Or no, it's to think it, to learn it, to ponder it, to make it instinctual. Something like that. And so I'm not only learning this stuff, and this is a big trap that people fall into, because it's easy to learn, right? You're just watching videos, you're taking notes, you can't fail, right? There's no uncomfortableness within that. It might be boring, but you can't fail. And that is very attractive to people, right? Like, us as humans, we don't want to fail. We're programmed against that. It's, the concept that one of my mentors say, the 500-year-old mind, the whispers of 10,000 generations. Our minds are 99% the same as they were to our ancestors 10,000 years ago. Now, the earth 10,000 years ago to today, what we have to learn, what opportunities we have, is wildly different. So you're literally going against what you are meant to do when you're doing that. And that's why, a few people take charge of it. One, because they don't know, right? They don't know what they don't know. That's someone's Achilles heel. And then number 2, it's not easy. It's not, fun to do. It's not fun to do. And people with their phones, with food, with everything, we're programmed for comfortableness, right? Like, we can be so comfortable nowadays and do nothing to counteract it and still live a very happy life. Now, happiness is subjective, but that's going off point. I guess this comes back to why I did it. So I forget what I was talking about earlier, but why I did this, because this was a big decision for me. Like $7,500, that is a lot of money, right? Like me, I'm blessed to still live at home. I don't have that many expenses, but still, like $7,500 is a lot for me, and I make pretty good money at my 9 to 5. Now, the leap of faith that was really the difference in doing that for me, it's what my mentor said. I was trying to finance this through 36 months, the way that Affirm and Klarna do. If you guys are familiar with those companies, you probably are. But basically, you can sign up for like a monthly plan to pay it back. And the people on the receiving end, if you, let's say I pick 36 months, I finance for $200 a month. People on the other end, they get the money in full. And it's Klarna or Affirm that takes on that risk. And so I wanted to do 36 months. Now, because I'm in Canada and my mentor's in the United States, we couldn't get that option. And I was trying to with my boy, but it wasn't working. And I knew that, that wasn't going to stop me. I was going to figure out a way how to do it. But my mentor said, because we were going back at this for like a day and a half, and he said, you have to take that leap of faith. Like, I know you're trying to hedge this risk, but at the end of the day, we're confident we can help you. And, that's famous last words. But anyways, this guy's legit, right? This guy isn't a Wyatt or Carson who's just posting videos to get traction. This guy doesn't have that big of a following, but he has a lot of success in what he does. And it's very similar to what we do, right? And so going back to that, I knew I couldn't hedge that risk, right? Like, people have emotional attachment with money. I don't know if you guys can see it, but, psychology of money. People are emotionally attached to it. But at the end of the day, money is just a tool, right? Money is just an exchange of goods that has to be exchanged for other things, right? Realistically, if you save your money, what good does it do? Money is meant to be, exchanged for other things. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. The rich people make their money work for them. Poor people work for money. So that's the whole thing behind this. I'm trying to make my money work for me. Invest in myself, right? Self-education, investing in yourself, one of the most important things you can do, especially when you're young, right? I'm 19. The skills I learn now, let's say I learn high ticket closing, I learn the best sales process, I learn marketing, all of this. That can be way more than, let's say, even 100% return if I were to invest in Meta, right? As I'm making this video, November 24th, stock market is not in good shape, right? I think it rallied today, but I could have put $7,500 into Meta right now. Like, Meta's down 20%. I've been putting in quite a bit of money into it. If I would have, I think I would have made like $150 or $200 today. But at the end of the day, on $7,500, $200 return is, 1%, 2%, through 3%. Now, if I learn this skill and I close a $5,000 deal, right, that's miles ahead of, what I could have made if I did that. So self-education, very important, right? That's what my mentors say. My mentor, very smart person. I listen to what he says. Self-education, very good. Alex Hormozy says this, right? When you hear something over and over and over again by reputable people, you listen, right? I say this a lot of the time. So I knew I had to take that risk and do that. Now, literally, we started this yesterday. I'm consuming some things right here. I was going to make a video on one of the mindset shifts and just fill it out with you guys, but there's a lot of personal stuff there that I don't know if I'm comfortable sharing yet. Anyways, at the end of the day, as I progress, as I get more people like yourself watching, true fans. Right now, I'm still getting made fun of quite a bit, right? From my family, from my friends. But once I start, giving tangible results, I think I'll go down that path more. But I'm only in the beginning stages of this now. I don't know how this is going to work out, but that's a risk I had to take. At the end of the day, no, I'm making amazing money with my job. I could do that in 100 other ways, but I'm not even going to think that. I was thinking the other day, I could take that to go to Japan, but I'm not going to do that, right? I know I need to invest this, even if it's uncomfortable as heck, right? $7,500 for 3 months. When, when I have to split that up in 3 months, because I don't have that money right now. I just split that up in 3 months. My job, I could lose my job tomorrow. But, it's just that risk that I know I have to take. Now, that's really everything from that. I'm going to document it. I'm extremely excited for these next 3 months. I truly do believe that I'm going to have success in this. We have our first client. It's a performance-based, but I'm so confident. Even we hopped on a call today. It was a triage call, right? Our onboarding call. There's already some huge changes that we were talking about with our mentors that we're going to do. And it's like not completely overhauling what we're doing, but it's huge changes that's going to completely change how we're getting people coming in, right? And that's already a positive start. I'm extremely excited. When I feel this level of excitement that's prolonged, I know that I'm on to something good, right? Like, let's say I buy a $50 course. I know this was almost a year ago, actually. That's crazy. Bought a $50 course on Snapchat videos. It was worth the $50 for sure. But you buy that course, you get that immediate, happiness, and it just kind of fades after you realize, okay, like, that's it. Like, not necessarily that's it. I do think I got the value out of it. But nothing to this extent. I know that this could be life-changing. I know this whole journey, I know that this could be a huge checkpoint, right? Like, let's say my success maybe could look like this right now. And right here is the mentorship. It could easily go like this. And I know that it's true, right? You have to invest good money to have good, disproportionate results. Now, I don't even care if I don't get an ROI immediately because I'm playing this in the long game, right? Like self-education, building a positive brand, building, an AI agency. Like, AI isn't going anywhere, right? This is positioning myself for the future, if anything. So I'm really excited for it. Very uncomfortable, but that's what everyone is, right? Humans, this is a psychology thing. I think it's in my book too, Money, Psychology of Money. It's a ton of places though. I think Alex Ramosi definitely has it. It's very common in the marketing world, but people have a stronger feeling to avoid a loss than for a subsequent gain. So, for example, let's say I could give $10 to this guy, and there's an 80% chance I double my money. Maybe not 80% chance. Let's say 50% chance I double my money, 50% chance I lose it. Now, technically it's 50-50, but people, 9 times out of 10 are going to pick no because they have that feeling more strong in losing something than to gain it, right? You could gain that 10, but you could also lose that 10. To lose that 10 is a way more powerful feeling. Me, myself, fell victim to that, but, with the help of my mentor, snapping me into it, I know money is a tool. It has to be used. Rich dad, poor dad. Invest into assets. My personal education is an asset. But that's everything. So I just want to give an update on that. Giving my 9-month AI agency review here soon. You guys are sticking around for that. But that's that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video, especially right here. This is a big checkpoint for me. Like Wyatt and Carson, I did no research. I literally saw a video. He had a really good pre-call video, but that's also backed by the hype of AI itself. But I didn't do any research. I did my research this time. I was very, very careful with what I'm doing. And I'm going to give it 110%, right? Same with my business partner. There's a lot of stuff, even some of the stuff that they told me that we had to do. I felt extremely uncomfortable, right? I knew it was going to be a lot of hard work, but when you're uncomfortable, that's when you know you're making progress. And people say that, it's cliche. But at the end of the day, you could watch a video of Iman Gadzhi and you could be cuddled up in your blanket, watching this, taking notes that you're never going to look at again. You're just going to throw on your dresser afterwards. Or you could be practicing a sales call with someone real time, like testing your skills in real time. It sucks because failure is so easy in that point, right? You're so easy to fail, so easy to miss something, to say something, to stutter, to use filler words. It's a big thing for me. On my sales calls, I'm not nearly the person I want to be yet. I stutter a lot. Even in this video, I'm saying quite a bit. I'm really trying to curb that, even as I'm talking right now. But it's a conscious effort. But once you're uncomfortable, you know that you're on the right track. But that's that. I won't get into this tangent that I always go on with success. Love talking about success. Even for my channel, I know that my AI stuff gets a lot of views. But at the end of the day, I want to talk about my journey and my success because that's where I enjoy it the most, right? I enjoy AI, but I enjoy the journey the most. And so that's that. Again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe or follow wherever you're watching or listening to this from. Follow my Instagram for daily updates on my AI agency and my free Discord where I have just free AI agency. I just spent $7,500 on perspective and knowledge on this. You're getting that for free. I'm just saying, if you join that, right? Me and Yoel and I, my business partner, very active in there. You guys can ask any questions, all for free. So I think it's a no-brainer, but you guys can join that. First link below in the description and in my bio. But that is everything. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Above all, stay wise.